Thank you for that intro, Panda. Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Faust 4712. This is Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master for the Sega Genesis. And as Panda said, this is the Kunailess run. So in order to activate the 6-button mode, which can enable an easy version of Kunailess, you have to highlight options, hold mode on your first controller, up C on the second, and then start on the options menu again. And when you see me do it correctly, we'll see the options menu change from options with an S at the end into option with no S at the end. See like that. And that's pretty much how you know you did it right. And what that does is it changes the controller scheme to A is now a guard button dedicated, B is now a melee button dedicated, C is still jump, X is now your dedicated ninjutsu button, and then Y and Z are your kunai throws. So very easy to not throw kunai using that setup. Other than that, the timer will begin when I hit game start. So I'll give a countdown to that, so whoever's in charge of that, might as well get it going. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is the first stage. It's called Zeed's Resurrection. And this is kind of like a continuation of Revenge of Shinobi. And that's why they say Zeed's Resurrection, because in Revenge, you took down the corporation of Zeed, and they were like this evil ninja gang that would come around and do criminal things. And we thought we defeated them with the Ninja Master, but apparently his younger brother and some new guy have come around and decided to mess up Joe's path of harmony. So we're coming up on the first mini boss. A little trick here, you can just hang up here. Sometimes it'll push you, but the way that it pushes you, you can literally just drop down and you can still pull off the trick and doing the quick kill. And so remember, the object of this game is to not throw any kunai. So you'll see me pulling off a lot of difficult strats that seem easy when you have a kunai throw and are actually extremely difficult when you don't have that ability. And because we can't throw any kunai, we're not going to be doing a few of the clips that any percent route uses. But there is one that comes up in the last stage that we can still do in Kunailess, which is pretty cool, and I'll show it off for you guys. Alright, first boss. Simple. Just run and slash dash. Take as much damage as you want because it doesn't matter. Because the counter at the end of the level does points based on how many hit points you have left over. So the less you have, the better. Alright. Stage 1 done. First auto-scroller. It's called Secret Entry. So now we're on our way to, I guess, the local enemy arms munition factory around where Joe Musashi's clan once used to live. So we're finding the secret entrance, which we can only get to by horseback, I guess. But the horse has a nice dive kick. It's funny. So pretty much just pay attention. Try not to get hit because we try to take out the mini boss without using any ninjutsus. There's like a 3 strike with the swords that you can do on him and then it's done. But if I end up whiffing a bunch on that, then we're gonna have to pull a Mijin, which takes away 1 life but kills the mini boss in like 1 go. Extra guy. Let's buffer up that self-destruct just in case. So essentially you're going to see this kite come out and he's going to jump and run. And normally if you wait until he gets off the screen and jump, by the time that your horse is descending, he'll be on screen to where you can do the Mijin, but I'm going to try and slash him. Yeah, we whipped it. All right, we got 2 on him that time. That's good. See? Like that. And that would have been about the same time for me to do the Mijin. So, I'm pretty happy with that. And so they do a fake out here. They're like, okay, you just did an auto scroller. You son of a... Alright. But now there's another auto scroller. They fake you out. They're like, okay, no more auto scroller. You can do some platforming. Right into another auto scroller. So you can do this section one of 2 ways. You can either sit here and do this, or you can guard like that. If you have the POW with the sword, you can take out anyone, because the sword's hitbox is so astronomically high that it'll just clip through any of the foreground and background images and just hit the hitbox of the enemies. It's pretty fun. And for those of you who are wondering why I thought of doing this like that, it's because I was trying to speedrun Shinobi 3 and I couldn't pull off any of the clip tricks with the kunai throw. And I found out about the 6-button mode, and I was like, well, it's extremely easy not to throw a kunai, so how will we do a kunailess? And Cure was like, huh? I've never heard of that before. So I routed it out, and it was originally like a 40-minute run or something like that. But then Bacon Omelet, the resident Shinobi scientist, came through with Kulan Mike, our resident Tasser, and they kind of showed a lot of tricks that we can do in the game without TAS. And because of that, all 3 of us dwindled the time down to around 28, 27 minutes. And then Bacon took that further, and now it's like 25 something. So it's only a minute something off of the any percent time. The best time for this game, or I mean for this route. So I'm pretty happy with that. Makes me proud that it went from a 40-minute route to 25. Alright, so right here, we're going to wait until we see the elevator lineup with the second line from the top, from those dashes on the right. And if you just do 2 wall slash jumps, you're good. Okay, just do 1 slash on him, and then do a self-destruct. It's the same for the any percent route, just jump, throw it, power up, and then as soon as you hit the ground, hit the self-destruct Mijin, and the boss is done. Oh boy. Stage 3. This is by far my favorite stage, but also one of the most grueling for speedruns. You're going to see me do a lot of these bomb glitches, and what that is if a bomb is activated on screen and the timer's going down, then Joe Musashi's hitbox just completely disappears for any physical contact. He can still get hit by projectiles, but as you guys just saw, I just ran through all those brains without taking any damage. Cool little trick right there. Makes that whole section a lot easier. Now here's the safety backup. Now normally what Bacon, the world record holder, does is he runs over and he I apologize, he jumps over there. But you can also just kind of sit here and focus the camera up to lock it in place. And what this does is makes the brains come out a lot faster. But what happens is when you get 8 brains dead, then the whole bottom just disappears. Now here comes the meat tunnel. A little shaky right there, but whatever. So far up until that point, it was great. Oh, of course we had to bop the head. Alright, so Here's Mother Hydra. Just 2 Mej and you're good. Yay! Now she's done. Another auto-scroller, but now we get to show off the sword slash glitch. And this is by rolling C jump over to your slash, and you can start mashing that pattern to do a fast slash of the sword. You're going to see me use this trick to take out the bosses pretty fast. Basic auto-scroller premise, just pay attention, don't die, don't get hit. Unless you're taking intentional damage for the counter at the end for optimal time, but in marathons, just play it safe, don't get hit. Try and manipulate this guy, but he's being a butthole. But we got over his grenade, thank God. Because if not, then this boss would take 33 hits instead of 11. And that's yeah, kind of, exactly. See? There we go. Alright. One of the best platforming levels and one of the best tracks in the game. This music is funk to the max. So at this point, you've pretty much gotten all the tricks down. You know the movements, you know all that. So at this point, the run is just pretty much like observe and emulate. Alright, so here comes the boss. Let's do his sword canceling. And we gotta jump because all the waves create lag. So, unless you activate the Ikazuchi lightning shield, there's gonna be a mad amount of lag during this whole section. For some reason, with the lightning shield on, it just reduces all sorts of lag. We don't know why. A little shaky at the end, but we still made it. Oh boy, destruction. This is where the game starts to increase in its difficulty, and it's like very apparent. There is a chance to do a glitch in this game where there's too much going on and the game will just hard reset for some reason. No one knows why, but it happens. It's happened in any percent runs all the time, and it's happened in Kunailess runs a few times. We thought it was only possible in 3-button mode, but I had it happen to me a few times in 6-button mode, so we were like, okay, this clearly can happen just all the time. And it has something to do with those barrels exploding and then too much stuff going on at the same time. Alright, we're going to try and go for the quick kill setup for this guy. Alright, try and line yourself up to where your foot, when you do this, is still in the tree in the background, and then you should be good. Alright, we're going to do another bomber glitch right here. Now remember, the time is still counting down 5 seconds, so in that 5 seconds we have no hitbox for physical contact. But these machine gunners can still get you, so be weary. I'm gonna play it safe. Usually you jump early, but I'm gonna just play it safe because I hate messing that up and then having to do it for lost time. It's like, Alright, so here comes one of the first clips that we can pull off. Might take me a minute because it's a little hard to pull off this double jump. There we go. So essentially, the double jump, rolling onto the ground and then activating the ninjutsu, clips Joe through the bottom. So we don't even have to worry about that timer right there to... That was unexpected. Alright, now here's Mecha Gojira. Yay! Hi, buddy. Activate your lightning shield right here. Just take him out. Try and get on the right, or the stage left of the Godzilla's arm, because then it forces him to go over here. Oh, wow. Okay. Had to improvise. A lot of these bosses are being very finicky today, so I'm glad that I'm able to get through them. Oh boy, here comes everyone's favorite level. This is the worst auto-scroller in the game. If you fall, you have to start all the way from the beginning, and it's like a 2.5 minute auto-scroller, 3 minutes. And you only get one instance of POW, which is booty because the boss is really annoying without a POW. He's one of those bosses where they force you to go through all of his different cycles. So even if you ninjutsu one of his cycles, it doesn't kill him, it just ends the cycle of damage. So you gotta take him out with physical attacks for the quickest way. And the quickest way to do it with physical attacks is with POW. Other than that, this stage is pretty much just memorizing the enemy patterns. It's all static. It's not RNG based. They all have the same patterns of where they're going to come out and when they're going to come out. So you just got to remember it and accordingly make your way through it. And sometimes the game will just eat your double jump input. So even if you know you did it precisely how you usually do it, don't fault yourself. The game just, for some reason, will eat inputs on this level for no reason. It's happened to every single runner. World record holders and novices, it has happened to. Oh, come on. So is this the game from the Sega? Blah, 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 blah. So is this the game from the era of Sega where the game difficulty was on par with NES while the Super NES was transitioning to easier to beat games? No, because there are a lot of Sega Genesis games from the NES era that are equally difficult. A lot of one-hit kills, a lot of no continues after all lives are done. You gotta start over from the beginning. I think what they were just trying to go for was the fact that a lot of their niche audience were teenagers to young adults, and teenagers to young adults like a challenge. Okay, Joe, just completely run all the way over. That was sick. Alright, so now we're in the Traps Mansion. It's a big ass maze, and it's pretty easy to navigate through. You just gotta watch out. Alright, so after this it's going to be a gauntlet of pillars and stuff, and then we're going to be facing off against the Ninja Master. And for those of you who are familiar with the Shinobi series, you might be thinking, well, didn't we kill him in the last game in Revenge? You are correct, we did. We did kill that Ninja Master. This is, however, we found out recently, actually this year, that this is that guy's brother. As soon as he starts waving his hair, pull Amnesia. If you don't have enough lives, mode over to the Fire Dragons, but as soon as that dagger throw that he throws hits the ground, do it again. Easiest quick kill from the first phase of this boss. You don't have to worry about his patterns, you don't got to worry about which one's the right one to hit, nothing. Just takes it all out. It's as simple as that. Bye-bye, buddy. All right, now we're on the final confrontation. Oh my god. The last level. This is where the platforming really amps up. They're like, you need to know your stuff. If you don't, you will fall. Alright, so for this part, just stay right in the middle where this railing is. A few of these guns will show up, but none of the android robots that are orb things that come down will come down. And eventually what'll happen is we'll despawn everything else from showing up after a certain amount of these gunners. These turrets. And we should be good to go. Yep, that's the despawn. Just some more running and gunning platforming. Just run and hop over. Alrighty. Now we're in the last platforming section. There are absolutely no enemies. It is just strictly skill. Oh, I tried not getting hit, but... I'm gonna grab this extra guy. Just to be safe. Alright, so here's where the trick comes up. Alright, so basically what we do is we do that same kind of thing where activating a ninjutsu forces Joe into that certain position and that animation that clips him through anything. And then if we just move over right, it'll push him up to the top. And then what you do is hold down and you got to mash him to do a bunch of jump kicks. So you have to do the roll C to B. And you're looking for around 20 to 22 hoes that he does, where he's like, ho, 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 ho. Once you do that, hit B, C, and then hold left. And then you'll see that happen. All right, so now we're coming up on the boss. So what happens as soon as it begins, you have to wait for him to do a certain animation, then activate your ninjutsu, or else you'll soft lock Joe's to his sprite. And that's annoying. All right, and timer will end as soon as the screen turns to black. And time. So that was Shinobi III Kunailess. So not a single kunai was thrown during that entire segment. I thank you. Oh. Nice, a 28:45. I'll take that. That's really good for a marathon. That's faster than my GDQ run. And I pulled off the one trick that I didn't do at GDQ, which was the zip at the end, the clip zip. So I know my estimate is like 40 minutes, so this is like a lot of time left over. So I'm gonna do something for you guys that I normally don't show off. There's no timer needed. This is gonna be really quick. Wow, 28 minutes. Holy crap. That's really, really good for a marathon run. Wow. I can't even believe that right now. So if anyone's interested in learning Shinobi 3, please come find our Discord. But other than that, I'm going to pedal this amazing, easy speed run that will take us literally like 8 minutes. And it's Spider-Man, the animated series. It's fun. All right, so pretty much you just gotta go for the Sinister Six. Yay! So that's the first level done. Now it's the Coney Island time. This is where you're gonna see some freaky tricks. Oh, why'd you do that? Come on, Peter. Here's another one of those freaky clips. Yay! This one's a one and doneer. Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna sit here and do it. Yay! Right to the exit. Here's another cool trick. Yay! Upside down wall crawling. We just skipped half the level. Yay, we just skipped half the level. And now it's time for Green Goblin. The villain that won't die. He's dead. That's simple. Already done with stage 2. This is some quality ninja work. Screw you. I'm just taking you out fast because you're annoying. Or, I mean slow because you're annoying, not fast. All right, Owl. Take that, you son of a... Oh, come on. Get out of the way. Yay! Alright, so now we're on our way to fight Smythe. And if anyone is familiar with the animated series, you know he was like Kingpin's like right-hand man kind of dude. He was in that like thing that kind of hovers around, like the fancy wheelchair. Alright, now that he's out of the thing. Yay, just one grenade on him and then key card. So essentially what you're doing is you're trying to get all these key cards to get into Ravencroft because they've all escaped and you're trying to put them back. And Venom released them, apparently. I don't know. But this is the second to last level. Yay, he's done. Alright, now we're on to the last level, the Ravencroft prison. It's that fast, guys, I'm telling you. Oh crap, I forgot to turn left. Uh-oh, taking too many hits already. Alright, then we gotta take out Shocker in order to activate the entrance to the next area. I don't know why, but we do. Bye, guy. Master Chief wannabe. Alright, so for this next section, we have to take all the key cards we got from the other villains and throw them in here in a certain order, but they don't tell you what they are. Too bad, I already know them. Watch out for Jack-o'-lantern and this Doongus. Bye, Beetle, bye, Beetle. And then once you activate, they all go away, and now we face Venom. Oh, okay, or we do that too. These heel kicks do the most physical damage. Alright, and that was it. Take that. Hey, that was Spider-Man on easy. Woo! We did 2 runs in underestimate. So, thank you again, Buckeye Speed Bash, for having me. I was invited at GDQ by Scav and L-Rock, and unfortunately, because of COVID, we weren't able to meet in person. That was the main highlight because it was so close to my state. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. I get to see everyone again. It'll be sick. But unfortunately, due to those things happening, we had to move it online, and I appreciate them still sticking to their word and doing the online version. And also, it's pretty awesome that if you registered for the other one, that they honored that for the next in-person one. So if you guys still have that and are going, have fun. By that time, my new daughter will be here, so I won't be able to because she'll be like barely a year old. So I'll be sending all my love and regards when that happens virtually. Thank you guys again, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Buckeye Speed Bash. Get those donations in, and be sure to follow all the runners and the event coordinators. I'm Faust 4712, and it's been real.